Welcome to the UAttend Instructor Training Taking Attendance. In this video, you'll learn how to use the attendance interface to manage and track attendance efficiently using the manual, in-class, or online methods. Once your course is set up, you'll land on the attendance register screen. This page is divided into four main sections: Pin area, groups, attendance grid, navigation and action buttons. Let's walk through each section. The pin code appears at the top of the register and is only visible when using the in-class attendance method. On class days, UAttend generates a unique pin code. Display this pin during class for students to enter into their view of UAttend. Once entered, their attendance is recorded automatically. If you created groups for your course in Brightspace, they'll appear in the group selector. This allows you to filter the attendance grid by group, making it easier to take attendance in large or merged courses. If you're using merged sections in Brightspace, use the group tool to create groups based on their merged sections. The attendance grid is where most of your interaction will take place. Use the navigation arrows to switch between weeks of attendance. Each column represents a day your class is scheduled to meet. Each row lists a student enrolled in the course or selected group. Clicking on a student's name opens a summary of their attendance history. Here you have the same view that the student sees. The difference is that their view is read-only, where here you can actually take attendance. Note that the notes that you put here, students see as well. Back at the attendance grid, after our students' column names, we have the days of the week where we can take attendance. We'll go over these controls more in the Taking Attendance section. After this section, we have the totals. You'll see each student's total attendance and percentage. This helps you monitor overall engagement and identify attendance trends at a glance. One thing to note here is the attendance percentage. These are not grade totals. These will be different than what you see in the grade book. For instance, CJ here has 100% because he has 2 present entries. Amy here has 50% because she has 1 present and 1 absence. Andy, however, has 100% as she has 1 present and 1 total. Just something to bear in mind when you're looking at attendance percentages. If you're using the online method, the grid will look slightly different. For instance, you'll have every day of the week listed. You'll still have all the other same controls. You can navigate between each week, click on a student to see their individual attendance, or change attendance simply by clicking on a cell and hitting Add Entry. UAttend makes recording attendance quick and easy. I've already shown you how you can enter attendance for individual students with a form when you click on their name, and how you can have students help using the pin code in the in-class method. You might be wondering how to expire the pin or prevent students from sharing the code with those not present. That brings up our next set of features. At the top of each column, you will find control buttons. Mark all absent, mark all present, and delete all. These allow you to quickly apply attendance to the entire class for a given day. For instance, on July 30th here, everybody has already entered their PIN. And so though I don't want anybody else to enter their PIN, I've given them just enough time to enter their PIN. So what I want to do is I want to mark all absent. And when I click this button, everybody who hadn't already entered the PIN has now been marked absent. And anyone that now enters the PIN, it won't do them any good because that PIN will not be able to change any of these marks. And now let's say I want to take attendance for today. And today was Friday, and unfortunately a lot of my students did not show up today. So what I can easily do is click the red button, mark everybody as absent, and then I can go through and quickly change those that were here to present. And you'll notice a little difference here. In my settings, I have the Use the Simple Entry method checked. And what this does is instead of a form popping up whenever I click on a cell, I get this quick little drop down that shows up that I can easily change attendance and then click OK. And that's the difference between those two features. If you click on the student's name and you just click on a cell, it will always show the form no matter what that setting is set to. But on here is how you can change it between the form setting and to that simple drop down. Now let's say that was on the wrong date and I marked everybody absent. Instead of having to go through and delete all these individually, I can easily click this little trash can. It will ask me if I want to delete all entries. I simply hit OK, and all those entries will be deleted. At the bottom of the page, you'll find several key buttons. First is Course Settings. And what course settings does is return you back to the initial course settings page. And from there you can update or change any settings that you may need. Some people find it useful to change between different methods, and it's fine to do so. For instance, they may be using the in-class method, and then one week when their class isn't meeting face-to-face, they still want their students to log in. So they might change it into the online method for that week. And then once their course returns back to normal, they'll change it back to the in-class. And that's perfectly fine. It will not harm your class at all. Next, we have the full schedule. And when you click on full schedule, it brings you to just that, the full schedule. I've added a couple of days to my course here so that you can see that you can now view the entire course schedule at one time. And you'll notice as I'm scrolling here that the students' names lock in over here on the left so that you don't have to scroll back and forth when you want to look into the future dates or the dates that are here towards the end. And the same thing goes when you're scrolling up and down. As you can see in this video, that not only do the names lock in place, but those dates will lock in at the top as well so that you can easily take attendance if you have a long list as well. You also have the same tools as the PIN number, and you also have the groups in here as well as you can sort by. Take attendance, all the same controls as you do in the regular small weekly view. Next we have the Update Grades button. And what this does is, if you're using the gradebook integration, if any time the gradebook seems like it's not quite in sync, you can click this button to sync up that gradebook again. Next, we have a couple of report buttons. The first one is a weekly absence report that basically just generates a report telling you who missed class during the current week. Next, we have the Export to Excel, which gives you an Excel document with the full export of all the grade attendance taken so far. That covers the core attendance features in UAttend. With these tools, you can effectively track, manage, and report attendance in any course format. Thank you for following this setup guide. For further questions, consult our support resources or contact the help team.